don't know, and I'm going to take the fine. Because the refs did not give us no calls tonight. We had to play through every bump, every grab. I don't know how we won tonight.
There's contact. Was it marginal or was it illegal?
Welcome back, everybody. Marginal Contact Podcast, another week. New co-host. Told you I was going to make this even better every week, and I now diversified it with a little darkness. One of my best friends, Leon Mason, on the show for the first time ever. Leon, welcome to Marginal Contact.
How we doing? Darkness is your ally.
Darkness. We're going back to Chappelle's show, darkness. Anyway, all kidding aside, this guy knows his shit, and we're going to get straight into it. We are in the last week of the regular season. Crazy to believe that the Wolves are 78 out of 82 games into the regular season. If you didn't know, the Wolves Midwest Minute, from that other show I used to work out with, that crooked tooth ginger, was a thing. But so we love the Minnesota Timberwolves on this show. And as of last night, granted, no LeBron, granted after the first quarter, no Anthony Davis, but Naz Reid, 2 words, Naz Reid, smoked the Lakers last night, and the Wolves are back in the 1 seed with 4 games to go. So we play the Wizards tomorrow, which you'll be at.
I'll be there.
At Denver on Wednesday, back-to-back. And then we got the Hawks at home on Friday and the Suns on Sunday. We don't know if the Suns game is going to mean anything by the last game of the season. Hopefully it doesn't. But we are this close to the playoffs for the first time since the Anthony Edwards era has begun. We don't have to be in the play-in.
I can taste it.
It tastes so good. Taste
it.
We are not in the play-in. We are in the playoffs. We are guaranteed a series, not a 1-game play-in. So, from another basketball savant. He's from New Orleans. I apologize in advance, everybody. Who, and I know I've asked this question before, listeners, but this is a new host, a new perspective, a new opinion, and I need his mindset. And Leon, who do you think is the best first-round matchup, and who do you think is the worst first-round matchup? And tell me why.
So, first off, when you say best first-round matchup, do you mean like competition-wise, or like who we're afraid of? Or
no, when I say best first-round matchup, our best matchup to get to the second round.
Okay, who we would like to play?
Yes. The worst matchup is who I am scared that we would get knocked out. Best is if you see this team, you think we're making the second round, no doubt. Worst is like, oh shit, we might lose.
So I open up by saying worst has to do with health. I might not like it, but if the Lakers are healthy, that's the worst first round match.
I completely disagree already. This is bullshit.
I mean, it's just so people.
Why?
Why? The King finishes strong, and before the last game.
Yeah, you mean the officials finished for him strong?
I mean, he finishes off.
You're wearing a WWE jersey on the set, so you're already for the rig.
I mean, before last game, they were 9 out of their last 10. They know what they're doing. That they rest middle season.
He does.
They play it down. They all do.
Does Darvin Ham? Does Darvin Ham know what he's doing? Does D'Angelo Russell know what he's doing?
I mean, yeah.
When?
Playoff time.
On our team, he won us a play-in game.
The Lakers are a playoff team.
And then he cost us a playoff series versus the Grizzlies.
I get it. But Lakers are a playoff team. You can't say the Wolves are a playoff team.
Okay.
Until we win a series.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like we're crossing hairs here. The Lakers were a playoff team when Kobe Bryant was still on the team.
Wow.
Since LeBron's been on the team,
they've won a championship.
If you take out the Disney World fake bubble championship, they've been the biggest underachieving sacks of shit in the NBA.
See, the thing about that championship that they won, there were 30 other teams that didn't win it. So
yeah, and there was 29 other teams that didn't have to go to Disney World and ride water slides while we were in the fucking bubble playoffs.
Sounds like jealousy. You wish you were in the bubble slides.
I do like water slides.
Yes, we do. Let's take this. I mean, is it okay?
Cheers.
Salud.
Boom.
Brought to you by.
Brought to you by.
No,
So you think the Lakers are the worst matchup?
I think due to it comes down to veterans versus whatever the other team has, and I don't know. I mean, I would love. Trust me, I would love to see Anthony Edwards evolve to like the overnight veteran, if that's a term.
So I'm not okay. Let me counter that argument. So you're telling me, and I'm not comparing skill set because clearly one is better than the other.
Okay.
But you don't think Mike Conley's a veteran compared to LeBron?
He is, but
you don't think Rudy Gobert is a veteran compared to Anthony Davis?
Well, you said compared to them. No, they're not compared to them. They are veterans.
Mike Conley is more of a veteran than LeBron.
That's all right.
Just by okay. No, you're right. No.
Yeah,
all right. LeBron's older. Hey, LeBron.
But it comes down to veteran leadership. So you said Mike Conley.
Okay, thank you for proving my point.
Right.
Because LeBron is not a leader.
LeBron is a leader.
He's a whiner that blames everyone else but himself.
But when you
Mike Conley is a leader who takes charge of his team.
He's a point guard. He doesn't necessarily consider him a leader. Mike Conley is very quiet. He's not very vocal. LeBron is a whiner, but if you're following his whines, he's leading. So I mean, it's a lot of bias going on here, which I get. You don't like LeBron, but he's the best for a reason.
Whoa, I'm not biased. I've never been biased in my life. Strike that from the record on the podcast. No, fuck LeBron. I hate LeBron.
Yeah.
Strike that from the record. Anyway, keep going.
Okay, best possible matchup. I would definitely have to say Golden State. We would like to play Golden State.
They have zero depth.
Exactly.
They have zero length and height to play with Gobert, McDaniels, Alexander Walker.
And they don't have athleticism. The only athlete that they have is Kuminga.
They have one scorer.
Yeah.
One scorer.
That's who I would like to play.
Klay Thompson is a shell of his former self. And, like, you know what? The one guy I don't want to rip, as much as I've hated Golden State for the last 15 years, the one guy I don't want to rip is Klay Thompson.
Yeah. He went off last night.
Okay, cool. He has like one game every month where he looks like the old Klay.
Yeah.
And then he goes into the guy at the YMCA you don't want to pick up on your, 5-on-5 pickup team.
It's just his legs, man. It's like coming back from injuries like that, you
Exactly.
don't
is
have the
when
legs.
all you are is a shooter.
Yeah, you don't practice on anything. You're not practicing on defense anymore, which you should be.
When you have a torn Achilles and a torn ACL and your entire game is based on a rising three-point shot coming off a screen, you're done. Yeah. So I agree with you on that. My team that I would like to face the most in the first round is the Sacramento Kings.
Correct.
I know how good Sabonis is. I know how good De'Aaron Fox is. Other than that, they have nothing. They might.
Monk's out.
Yeah, Monk is out for 6 weeks. He has either a torn or a partially torn MCL, and so that without that they have zero bench. And you know what? They can score. I'm not going to say that they might have a couple good quarters on you.
Yeah.
But overall, the Wolves' length and defense and depth would wear them down, where I think the Wolves win in 5 games.
It should. If that series came down to it, it has to come down to intelligence. Like, okay, Sabonis is a great overall basketball player. He cannot outsmart Gobert. Gobert has to outsmart him, which means foul trouble.
Sabonis has problems with other big men with length.
Correct.
Chet Holmgren, Wembanyama, Gobert.
What'd you just say? How do you pronounce it?
Wembanyama.
I'm just kidding.
18 and Popovich is a fraud.
Yeah.
Anyway, Wembanyama. Yeah. What's he done?
Wembanyama.
This is a discussion for a different podcast. But what's he done since he lost his golden trio of Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan, finishing last place in the West every year?
I think that was right around the time they legalized weed. So I don't know. You probably just kind of.
Well, and he lives in San Antonio, basically Mexico. But we're getting way off the line here. Way off the line. Anyway.
All right.
Anyway, you said the Warriors would be our best. I think the Kings. You think the Lakers would be bad for us. The two teams I am terrified of. Terrified. The Pelicans and the Suns. The Suns have no depth, but if you keep Booker, Durant, and Beal.
Are the Pelicans down there?
Yeah, they're in the play-in right now. They're the 7. Suns are 6. Pelicans are 7, man.
Okay, so that's what you did. You did 6 through 10.
We might see one of those two in the first round. And I'll tell you what.
So now
I think we're a better overall team than both of them. But for some reason, Zion plays like 96 Jordan anytime he plays against the Wolves. Anyone else he's against, he's like, okay. But when it's the Timberwolves, he is dominant. And for some reason, again, on the Suns, all they usually have is 3 people, but when they play us, not only is Durant good, not only is Booker usually good, not only is Beal good, then Grayson Allen goes off.
Yeah.
Josh Okogie, the guy that we sent exactly, the guy that we sent out the side door, which was where he belongs, starts for them.
He went through the dog door.
And now they have Royce O'Neal.
Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah.
Bol. I can't believe I'm saying that Bol might be
Bol was the first Wembanyama. Keep that in mind. So I mean, that's a guy with length, and he can dribble, and he can shoot the ball.
All right, I got.
So
to
when I say
really hold my tongue right now.
I'm just saying with that length and that type of.
But I'm telling you, those are the 2 teams in the first round I don't want to see.
Yeah, you make a
Suns, Pelicans. No, if we see the Dallas Mavericks, I'm not scared of that because I think if it's a playoff series, teams are locked in. Edwards is shutting down either Kyrie or Luka, and McDaniels is shutting down the other one.
Now, when you say shutting down, I don't think
20 a game each.
That's slowing down.
Okay.
Okay.
But say you hold Kyrie and Luka to 20 a game each in a series.
That works.
You think the rest of them, that team is scoring
that
enough?
for sure works because it sounds like what is Luka around the 30s or whatever? That's
Yes.
shaving off 10 points.
Yes.
Kyrie's probably around like 26. So that's 17
You think
points.
PJ Washington's getting his own shot? No.
So it's good that you brought that up. They did just they kind of reinforced their big men. They brought in Gafford and Washington.
Those are underrated good moves.
Exact rim runners, I call them.
But
they attack the rim.
what team would be worse for them to play than Gobert? And okay, I'm assuming Cat's healthy in this entire conversation. Who is worse to play than the Wolves if you have Gobert, Cat, and Nas to slow them down?
A healthy Cat, yeah.
Yes, exactly. I mean, nobody.
Healthy cat. What are they feeding
What
you?
I would do for a healthy cat. Not give them cat food.
Seriously. But
Maybe McDonald's McDouble.
So our playoff, when I say our, I mean the Wolves, our playoff existence relies on foul trouble of our big men. That's what I mean about playing intelligently. If anything, Domantas Sabonis does, is he gets you in foul trouble.
But that's why having Conley and Gobert is so under like the radar important is because in the playoffs they're not going to let our young guys do something stupid.
Right, but what you said Conley and Gobert. Let's get it right. Conley can't guard anybody on the court. Let's be honest. Like with the switching, if it goes around,
I would not say not anybody.
I would say not any. Okay, so let's say they go against the Mavericks and they match up. Conley has to guard Kyrie. Good God help.
For the first 3 quarters.
For the first 3 minutes, good God help. So, I mean, think about it. Conley has leadership. He knows the switch. He'll take the charge. But as far as one-on-one play, we don't want to play against one-on-one individual players with our big men in foul trouble. Is that if you understand what I'm saying?
I get that.
So, if we're playing against the Kyries, the Lukas, we have to have somebody behind him while Conley's doing his little wiggly
Which
defense.
we do. We have the most length in the NBA. Dude, Jaden McDaniels has like a 10-foot wingspan.
Most length in his room.
Boom. Well, no comment. No comment.
He's lefty.
Yeah, and we got a busted elbow at this point. McDaniels will guard anyone's number one, as he showed last night before.
So we put McDaniels on Luka. That's a lock.
And then
Edwards on Kyrie.
And they're done. They're done.
But the thing about that, Edwards on Kyrie. Edwards is a lot tired. Kyrie will wear you down.
But in the playoffs, you get minimum 1 game in between, or I'm sorry, 1 day in between games. Sometimes 2.
Yeah.
There's no back-to-backs.
You're right.
There's no.
And Edwards has young legs.
Yes, he's 22. He's a stud.
22.
T Swift. I don't know about you, I'm feeling.
Let's not start the T Swift because then it'll be cutting the commercials when we're watching basketball. We don't want to start that.
Yeah, and we're not dating Travis Kelce or anything.
You wish.
Yeah. Hey, Travis, call me.
Seriously.
Anyway, so we got okay. So are we in agreement that do we want Dallas first?
I do not want Dallas first. But at the same time,
everything we just said.
But at the same time, I don't want him second because if we get him second, then they've raised
that
up.
means that means
they're warming up.
That means we've won a round.
Nice.
for the first time in 20 years.
Yes, go Wolves.
So I don't care who I see.
To be honest, as a Wolves fan, I'm not afraid of anybody but Denver Nuggets.
Okay, so here's where we disagree. I think
And the Clippers, sorry.
No, are you kidding? Okay.
Wait, is Kawhi, is he done for the year? Or like,
It doesn't matter. We've owned the Clippers.
okay, The Rock.
Every single. It doesn't matter if the Kawhi is healthy. Yeah, love you, Rock. By the way, we'll get to this later.
Now let's just jump into
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, thank you for everything you did for us this past weekend. That was the best WrestleMania I've watched in a long time. Thank you for coming back. Like I said, this will be a discussion down the line in this episode, but he brought it up. Rock, thank you. You're a legend. Love you.
And
Anyway,
it was a 3 count. Make sure of that myself.
final boss, baby. The Clippers, I'm not scared of them in any situation. They have nothing that can stop us. Specifically,
They have a warmed up
size.
Paul George. They have a warmed up Paul George.
Yeah, what does a warmed up Paul George do in the playoffs? Oh, yeah, that's right. Disappear. He is David Copperfield. He
Right.
is a magician.
I get it. You're talking about the years where he had to play damn near the full whole season with no, severe, like big time teammates. Now he's been kind
No,
of.
it's James Harden.
He's been, but no. Now he's been kind of playing coy, like, go ahead, Harden, you drop 30. Go ahead, Kawhi, you drop 20. I'll just chill with the 15, the 17. Did you see the other night he dropped 23 in the fourth? He now is like, all right, this is my team. Kawhi's. I feel like these big threes when they get together, these big threes, big fours. Sometimes you have to peel one out and let the other two mesh,
so
and then plug them in.
let
and
me
then
ask
they
you
all
a
mesh.
question. What does Harden usually do in the playoffs?
It gets in. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
He gets in and then he chokes.
Yeah. I mean, the thing. So again.
Wait.
Okay, I'll let you go.
Wait. So we've agreed that Harden chokes. What is
Under
what
circumstance,
is-
and it's okay. Harden and choked in the superstar roles when it's like he's the guy. Everybody's staring at him. All 9 players on the court are staring at him.
Okay.
Now it's a different role.
What
He's
is
a Harden?
what does Russell Westbrook usually do in the playoffs?
Again, we're talking about when they were isolated, when they were on the team by themselves. Now they're surrounded by.
choke.
It's almost saying what Anthony Davis usually does in the playoffs. He doesn't make them. So now he's with LeBron, and it's almost like, I mean, you need that other guy
What?
to relieve you.
Are you shitting me? Besides the Disney World fake championship.
That's a real
They
championship.
still, no, it's not.
They did.
You know, I'm going to go buy you a sour pop
I mean,
ring
it's
and say
NBA
I propose to you.
Ring
And
pop?
it's going to be a real ring.
All right, it's 5-on-5 in the NBA. This NBA professional basketball players versus this NBA professional basketball players. There must be a winner. And they were the winners. That's how basketball works.
Yeah. If the Heat would have won the championship, I would have said it was a fake championship.
No.
They were playing in front of people like, and guess who? Like, does this guy wear glasses?
Right. I get it. But Brandon, here, we're normal people, like subpar athletes, so to say. Well, at least whatever.
Yes,
But
yeah.
these NBA athletes, they don't say fake championship. They want to win every game. They want to win every championship. You think they say it? Yeah, everybody who lost says, oh, man, you got the win championship. You didn't get it from them. It's real. It's all real. They got jewelry. Bottom line.
I'll give the Lakers this. They were put in and I'll give the Heat this. If they would have won, they were in an unwinnable spot. But that championship is garbage. It's not real.
It's real. Here's why I say it's real. Because it happened. But I get your argument because of the crowd.
There's no. Thank you.
Look, I'm going to go into it.
Okay. Thank you.
LeBron at an open gym will beat you 130-0.
Yes.
So
that's their championship is like me and
cater-
LeBron at Lifetime Fitness.
So let's go back to leadership. We're just talking about it. So if an open gym fucking caters to LeBron, that's the ultimate alpha of leaders of alphas, and that's LeBron. So I mean, it's just, come on.
You're telling me LeBron's Lakers, and I don't know if people are listening to this or watching this because we're getting our first episode on YouTube right now. Thanks to my man, Jack Miller, legendary Jack Miller. We're going to be on YouTube. You're talking about LeBron's last championship, and I'm using air quotes, championship. You're telling me that what he did with the Lakers, winning that championship was the same as what he did when he was on Cleveland and beat the Golden State Warriors.
That's dumb.
Oh,
that's dumb
thank
to say.
you.
I said nothing's the same. Things are similar, but nothing's the same. So like we'll go back. So no, it's not the same because he went through more adversity.
So let me ask you this as a fan of terrible football. If Drew Brees would have won the Super Bowl in front of 0 people versus the Colts,
Well, then I must have been dead or sick because
say COVID was a thing when in the year the Saints won the Super Bowl, and Drew Brees would have won the Super Bowl in front of 0 people.
Oh my God!
And he would have celebrated with his dumb kid, and his dumb headphones.
Jesus.
Just saying.
All right. Okay, so
I'm just saying. So that would have been the same.
Here's the thing about
when Aaron Rodgers won it in Super Bowl 45.
Stop.
Beat the Steelers.
Here's the thing about nobody watched. If nobody watched, nobody knows it happened. So there were millions of fans watching. They're just not in the stands.
World's smallest.
They had the little teleprompters where you can buy tickets and show your face. You know, that's crowd.
That's not a crowd. That is bullshit.
Hey,
that is called a scam.
Mick Ultra thought it was a crowd, so.
Yeah, you know what? WWE thought it was a crowd too. It's called the Thunderdome. It was a scam. You know what I never did? I never signed up for the Thunderdome.
Yeah, you lost your credit card that year.
Shut up! Shut up! I got it back. I changed the number.
Yeah. You wanted to do it. But
Right, guys? Right, guys? Yeah.
I agree with him. God, you made me forget my point.
Yeah, I forgot my point.
Let's just sip. You're just drinking with us, America. And other countries. All right, so where are we going now? Baseball? Did we touch on baseball?
Do we want to touch on baseball?
Are we staying here? Are we staying here?
Do we want to touch on baseball because the Twins are...
I have to touch on baseball.
The Twins are only a game under 500.
So.
But they do not look good. It is early.
It is very early.
There's so many games in baseball.
And I figure the schedule was not favored to them because they ran into teams with a taste in their mouth from the Twins. And they gave it right to them. I'm serious. Like, the Twins aren't a bad team. They just ran into Cleveland, who is going to be, I think Cleveland is back. I've seen a lot. Naylor. Naylor's bad.
We saw Bieber's out for the year with Tommy John now.
Exactly. And they still picked it up with BB. So they took an E out and put an R in. They just replaced the vowel with a consonant.
Wheel of Fortune. Yes. Good point.
Yeah,
good point.
Exactly.
Good point.
So what I saw was depth in lineups, bullpen, and starting rotation.
You know what I saw?
In Cleveland.
You know what I saw? You're looking at the other side, the away teams. You know what I saw from the home team? A team that had their best season in 20 years, that won their first playoff game in 20 years, that won their first playoff series in 20 years, and a team that cut payroll by $30 million.
Dissecting. There we go. Thank you. So now the left leaders are just chilling. It's almost like I'm sorry, I hate to bring his name up. Carlos Correa. He came into this role like, oh man, you're gonna
he's been one of the positives so far.
Right.
And there have not been a lot.
But I feel like he's a silent positive. I feel like Carlos Correa doesn't really, hey, let's go, man. Let's go. And this is just my total opinion. This is what the podcast is all about. Royce Lewis did hurt. That's a huge, that's runs right there.
Hits a home run his first at bat. His second at bat hits a single, and then 2 batters later, Carlos Correa hits a double. And as he's rounding second, pulls his quad.
I think Royce Lewis needs to start working on his upper body as far as like lifting, and with his lower body, just run. You just got to cardio run.
You know what him and Buxton are? Is that Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other? Yeah, that's what. Yeah. Who gets hurt first? You do.
Yeah, but Buxton gets hurt doing baseball. Royce gets hurt running.
Isn't that part of baseball?
No, running is just running.
Baseball.
You jog over the line
that sounds worse than
listen to the national anthem.
That sounds worse than getting hurt by baseball.
Well, he runs in the walls. I would rather my player run in the walls than
I want to put an electric fence at the warning track and put an electric collar on Buxton and say, hey, buddy, if this is over your head, don't go for it.
That's what made Buxton.
Yes, and that's why he doesn't play.
Well, here's the thing, because I hear a lot of Minnesota fans say this, oh, Buxton sucks. He didn't suck when he was robbing home run after home run, delivering his body to take these home runs. He's
never sucked, but his availability sucks.
It does. The best ability is availability.
Hey, look what we did. We agreed. Yeah, we made like a little rhyme.
Nice. So, but with that being said, I like Buxton. I love Buxton because of his thirst. Like, even after the money, he's like, that ball is still mine.
If you do that in a 1-game division race in September or the playoffs, I'm all for it. If you do that shit in mid-May, no.
Then don't start them. Players like that, they have a knack to play that way I'm not gonna fully compare, but it's like a Mamba mentality. It's like, dude, I'm on the court. I don't care who we're going against. I don't care who we're playing. I want to win. He's addicted to winning. He will deliver his body to win.
Agreed.
Yeah,
agreed.
Torques his swing,
Agreed.
torques his arm, but it's like, dude, I'm not letting that ball go down. That's the problem. They signed a lot of players. They're like, I can't get to that. Yeah, I can't get to that.
He's no Dillman Young.
Yeah. God.
Miguel Sano.
I wanted to think Delman Young either wiped his face with Vaseline before games or just ate a lot of fried chicken because his face
I'm leaning toward the latter. I think he just ate a lot of fried chicken.
Because his face was just so
I will never
oily.
forget. This is before I think we knew each other. Yeah, but it's because before I lived here, I came up here for my brother's bachelor party, and the Twins were playing the Blue Jays in a series when the Blue Jays had Batista, Donaldson, and they were that good. And Denard Span
Springer still?
I think so.
Okay.
Denard Span was in center.
No, he was in Houston.
Delman Young was in left. And there's a rocket off the bat of one of the Blue Jays that lands in between
Young and
Span. And instead of going for it, and I'm sitting in left field with my brother and his friends for his bachelor party.
Yeah.
And instead of going for it, Delman Young just points at the ball.
Like that's
Just points at the ball. Sorry about that. Delman Young just points at the ball, and Span has to run like 60 yards to get it.
yeah, he's pointing to the faster athlete. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
But the crowd in
he's
left,
showing him where the ball is.
The crowd in left field just destroys him.
And I'm pretty sure Delman Young probably went 2 for 4 that game with a double and a couple RBIs.
2 strikeouts and.
I'll take the RBIs.
You know what? I'll say this. You know, now we're getting reminiscent on the Twins stuff. Delman Young definitely won them a division pretty much single-handedly one year.
You.
Other than that, he was a gigantic bust. And we gave up Jason Bartlett and Matt Garza for him. But anyways, other than that, Twins, it's early. It's early.
Extremely early.
I'm not giving up.
I wouldn't be surprised if they beat the Dodgers tonight. You heard it here first.
Ohtani, there's no legal sports betting in Minnesota, so Ohtani's not going to care.
Doesn't he speak English?
Only when it is convenient to him.
Okay.
Should we go sit in the Champions Club and ask him if he speaks English?
Yeah, maybe.
We might have to. Jack, you want to go sit in the Champions Club? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Boom. Anyway, so we've covered the Wolves. We've covered the NBA. We've covered the MLB. There's not a lot of football to talk about yet until the draft. You know what? There is a lot to talk about. And if you're not a fan of this, turn it off now. We love you listening.
Keep it on.
We love you listening. But the last 2 nights in my life, in Buff Brando's life.
Buff Brando.
Buff Brando.
I like that.
Yeah.
You got to do some posture when you do that.
Buff
There we
Brando.
go.
Boom. Well, I haven't been on camera yet until tonight.
Exactly.
Buff Brando.
Perfect time.
Is my favorite weekend of the year, which is WrestleMania weekend. And what a fucking weekend it was. Oh my God. Woo! Nature Boy! That good. That good. Both nights. Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. First match of the night, both nights, first match of WrestleMania, brought the house down. Both women, you are amazing, but the right person won. Keep that belt on Rhea Ripley as long as you can. And God, you know what, Rhea, if you
Actually, take the belt off.
No.
Wait, but if the belt comes off, then the rest comes off.
Yeah, well, Rhea, I'm not trying to be inappropriate here, but you know,
Rhea?
if you and Buddy ever have any issues, the only person a bigger fan of you is me. So Rhea Ripley wins the women's championship night 1.
I don't know if that made sense. The only person a bigger fan of you is me. Well, who's the other person?
Her fiance.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot.
I don't know. And then we had the ladder match for the tag team championships. We got A-Town Down Under winning the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. You know what? I'm okay with this. I love it. And then in the Raw Tag Team Championships, Awesome Truth. The Miz, you've had your moments and you deserve it. But no one deserves it more than our Truth. 52 years old, Ron Killings, winning his first WrestleMania match.
Nice job.
That is awesome.
Nice job.
Yes, let's go, our Truth. Can't wait to see what you have as a tag team champ. I don't care if it lasts a day, a year.
Yeah.
You deserve that WrestleMania moment.
Our Truth has a solid TikTok.
And yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
And he hasn't aged in 20 years?
Yeah.
He looks the exact same from 2004.
Got that
I will say the match I was really looking forward to that disappointed me.
Uh-oh.
Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso, brother versus brother, which brother versus brother matches usually suck.
Yeah.
I was in attendance when Jeff Hardy fought Matt Hardy at WrestleMania 25. Fucking buzz kill.
What about Kane versus The Undertaker? With
That's the outlier. That's the outlier.
It's your own brother! No! Oh,
But they're not real brothers.
Oh,
These were real brothers.
yeah, you're right.
These were real brothers. And I was super...
Warrior Brothers, though.
I mean, Jey Uso's entrance with the crowd bouncing up and down, that was awesome. Doing the yeet, yeet.
It's like, as an athlete, do you want to cater to the crowd or the ref?
Well, it sucked.
Ask Patrick Mahomes.
It sucked. I give it a 4 out of 10, which on a WrestleMania stage ain't great.
No.
Ain't great.
It's 2 out of 5.
I will say this, though. Sami Zayn and Gunther, God bless you both. You saved night one because that match was absolute insanity. And
Insanity.
Insanity. There we go.
Sorry.
Jesus. I did not think that match was going to be as good as it was, and it exceeded my expectations to the point where I wanted it to go another 5 minutes or so. But Sami Zayn beating Gunther means great things for Sami Zayn as the Intercontinental Champion, and even better things because Gunther is going to go to World Heavyweight title level.
With that being said, I mean, don't we all want to go another 5 minutes? I mean, let's be honest.
I wish I could just go 5 minutes. And then in the main event of night one, we get Cody Rhodes, American Nightmare, finish the story. Seth freaking Rollins, final boss, bad guy Rock is back, and the tribal chief, the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. Acknowledge him.
Final boss, engaged.
Boom. For the last 1,300 and so days. And we got that. The biggest tag team match of all time. 45 minutes of greatness between watching those four guys go at it. You know what? And The Rock uses...
While he thinks,
Uso.
we'll challenge that tag team match versus this tag team match.
The Rock uses the newfound board member status to play the corporate bad guy perfectly.
He does it well.
Perfectly.
He just looks so good. It's like,
God, everything about it is perfect.
Is your skin just well oiled like that? Like, what do you do with that upper right arm? Like, how many shades do you just throw away every?
We want to know. We want to know.
Like, can I get those shades before you step on in the ring? Like, come on, Rock.
So The Rock, we'll cut to the end of night one. The Rock pins Cody. Bloodline rules for night two.
It does.
AKA no disqualification. Everyone thinks Cody's fucked. Everybody, including myself, thinks Cody's screwed. Roman retaining. You know what we get? We get a great match to start it off. Then we get Jimmy Uso taken out by Jey Uso. Then we get Solo Sikoa taken out by John Cena. Then we get John Cena taken out by The Rock.
Rocky.
Then we get The Rock taken out by
Bong.
The Undertaker.
We should turn the lights off.
And then, yeah, well, we will. We'll work on special effects.
Oh, we're not talking about tonight.
Get that.
Okay, take that. Wait,
And
too soon.
And then Cody finally pins Roman and finishes the story. It is emotional. It is amazing. It is what we've been waiting for. You know what?
It was a 3 count. I checked. So, just letting you
You see that if you're seeing it, if you're listening, he's wearing the jersey. If you're watching it,
I mean, if it's a 2, woo! Woo! If it's a 2,
Anyway,
I'll give him the 2s.
he's got the ref shirt on. It's over. To cap off one of the best WrestleManias of all time. The only downfall it was in that dumpster fire bullshit, horrible city of Philadelphia. And if you listen to me in Philadelphia, guess what? Your city sucks.
And they got the Meek Mill thing going on right now.
Yeah,
It's not very good for
No
Philadelphia.
Diddy.
Well, they got Joe Embiid back, so that's
Oh, well, is it? Is that? You know what? Philadelphia sucks. You shouldn't have had WrestleMania in the first place. Anyway, but it was a great WrestleMania.
Speaking of 76ers of Philadelphia, we didn't touch on the Eastern Conference.
We did not.
Is it okay to backtrack? Is this our show? Or
Can
we do that?
We covered the West.
Can we do that?
Let's cover the East.
Okay, yeah.
Boston is clearly front running, Dunzo, locked in, no question, the 1 seed.
Oh, well, clearly they're the 1 seed, but I mean, is Boston fearless?
Is there a team? Okay, if you were Boston, what team would you not want to see in the playoffs? I don't care what round it is.
The Pacers.
Dude, yes. That's what I was going to say.
First thing you guys have agreed upon.
No, I mean, or it could be another team. I mean, I just haven't thought of it yet.
No, I think it's smart that we agree. Tyrese Halliburton, Pascal Siakam.
Siakam.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they got Miles Turner. They have
Miles Turner.
They have the athletes. They can compete. It's going to come down to, again, Jason Tatum. Are you ready to evolve to a champion? So I watched this meme the other day it was like, what do you come in the league? 2017? It's 2024 now. In 7 years, they're like 0 rings, 0 championships, 0 MVPs, 0 this, and it's like 1 beard. Like that's all he's gained in 7 years. It's like this clean cut beard or whatever. We need more, Tatum. We need you to starve.
I feel like in that aspect, he's unfairly.
He wants it. I can feel that he wants it. I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe I'll get it this year when they win.
How does the Doc Rivers effect?
Oh my God, Doc Rivers effect. I saw this thing. It was the Bucks when they fired him. He was 30-14. Doc Rivers
30
is
and
now
13.
30-13. The Doc Rivers is now 15-14. But he's got some new Air Forces, like that he shared with Steve Kerr the other day. They're cool. Like, yeah, you're doing Air Force Ones. But
the 2 biggest fucking.
it's like they're allowing less points. Yeah, they're also scoring less points. It's like you gotta wait. Do you want to play fast pace with defense? Fast pace, no defense.
So right now, so the Bucks are pretty much locked into the 2 seed. If the Bucks play in the 2 seed, the Sixers or the Heat, who are you taking?
So I'm glad you brought up the Heat. The Heat is the ultimate wild card of the East.
Exactly, and they are every year.
Because Jimmy Butler has that starvation inside of him.
Heat culture.
He's like that little 20 cents a day African kid, just with the fly in his eye. Like he has that starvation. Like he wants it. Like Jimmy Butler will go out there and be like, nah, man, I'm not going. He'll take over. There's no backseat. He's like, oh, I'm tired. I'll take over. But some of these players are too commercial. They're too nonchalant. They don't want enough. They're okay with the check. They're okay with, I don't know. It's just a lot.
So would you take Butler and Adebayo over Embiid and Maxey?
Absolutely.
Which side? Who would you take? You take
Butler.
Butler and Adebayo.
It's Butler because Butler and Adebayo can double Embiid. Maxey can be slowed down by just making him shoot. Maxey has a jumper, but it doesn't really want to do that much.
Right. No, that's fair.
He wants to get to the rim.
That's fair.
I'm not saying back completely off of him, but you got to wear Maxey down by making him play some defense. And I think Tyler Hero, a healthy Tyler Hero, which we saw, looking good. And so
that's
Tyler Hero can offensively make Tyrese Maxey play some work.
I'll tell you this. If I'm the Celtics and have the best record all year, the last team I want to see in round one is the Heat.
Oh, God, no. Yeah.
After what they did last year.
Exactly.
Last team I want to see is the Heat.
But the last year they did have Kyle Lowry, and they did not replace Kyle Lowry or Vincent. So Heat are missing pieces.
I don't think Kyle Lowry was a missing piece of anything.
Kyle Lowry's fat ass. Yeah, he was.
So then you're all on the Sixers because that's where he's at.
No. Kyle Lowry has digressed. That's why they let him go.
Yes.
No, I'm
he's
not all in
fatter
on
than me.
anybody. No.
Kyle Lowry kind of looks like Uso.
Well, I mean. Oh, God. Turn the shades on.
Do I want to wear the shades?
All right, next time we might need to get like a little memo pad. This is your first one with me. We're not at a bar. We're on the podcast. So.
Yeah, but we don't go to bars.
Right.
Other people who listen, I don't drink anymore. Hey, you want to do a shot?
This is apple juice. Cheers.
Apple juice.
It's funny you pounded your drink down. Fun fact for the podcast.
Oh, God.
No, this is where it came from.
Go ahead.
So the reason why people would clink their glasses and slam them on the bar, it comes back to the olden days. So let's say I walk into a bar and I buy my fellow knights some drinks, some what do they call pints, such and such. If I buy a stranger a round of beers, they're gonna be like, all right, what's this dude up to? So they would clink them together and slap them on the bar to see if poison rises up. So that is the fun fact of that. You slap it on the bar to see if the poison rises up and to see if this dude's actually on your team. So yeah, there you go.
Is that real?
That's actually real.
Wow, that's cool.
That is real.
Thank you.
That's cool.
Leon,
Boom, boom,
smart.
Well, marginal contact. I think until the NBA playoffs start and Raw after Mania, which happens in about 90 minutes after we stop recording this episode, you're going to get another episode from me and the new co-host, Leon.
Je m'appelle Leon.
Leon Mason is the new man.
Let's do this. I'm excited.
This is how we take this to the next level.
Yes.
Smart white guy. Random black guy.
Good-looking black guy. Nice. Notice that the first day of video was the day I arrived. That's not by mistake.
That is not. So we got a system now. We got our producer Jack Miller, legendary, and this is the start of a new era. Just like WrestleMania was the start of the Paul Levesque era, aka Triple H, no Vince McMahon.
We, the people. Okay.
This is the start of a new era on Marginal Contact that we have me, your boy, Buff Brando, who you come to and listen to no matter what.
Day in and day out.
We got Leon Mason, my best friend, who's going to be here. And we got a producer, Jack Miller, who also is my best friend.
I see you.
And you know what? I'm not even like kind of being like over the top.
Do it.
I think this is the start of the upswing to national recognition. Let's go. Marginal Contact.
Every grab, I don't know how we won
Out.
tonight.
There's
Boom.
contact. Was it marginal or was it illegal?